Hello and welcome to Tales from North Carolina with your host, Fleshface. That's me. It's going to keep it simple today. Today is going to be all about the viewer mail. We're going to talk to everybody and just, see how everything's going. And I'm going to answer some of your burning questions. Yes, I know a lot of you burn and you have questions. Let's start out with this one. This is Margret from Spokane, Washington. And she writes, if you were a municipality, it's a weird start to the question, how would I go about zoning for the voting? What? I mean, I know I'm a skeleton man, but... Oh! Well, Margret, first thing, I need to get to know you first, Maybe, we can correspond later. You seem like a very sweet person. Or do you want me to role play? That might be it. Okay, so if you role play, I'm role playing now. Yes. If you want to get to the bone zone, well, the first Tuesday of every month is the town council meeting. This is when all of these questions are raised. This is when you bring up for zoning permits. So yes, so you got to come the first Tuesday of the month, and around at 10 a.m. Now, I don't know how many people are there. We just do it in random order, to be fair. We used to do it alphabetical, but Mr. Zelinsky, he was very upset because he always went last and he'd always be the first one there. And, we could have just let Zelinsky go first, but we decided to be fair, And so it's just random now. We just have one of those bingo tumblers, because the building used to be a bingo hall. That's actually the town hall now. The old hall got condemned, and I think I'm losing the sexy thread here. Yeah, just send me pictures. Yes. Just, I want to know what you look like. And then, if we hit it off. I'm very... You can be very attractive, but if you're not evil, I don't want none. We don't want none. No, we don't want none. And so I'm just going to, I'm going to go on from there, Margaret. But, send pictures. Tell me how evil Spokane, Washington is. And get to what you need to do. Yes. All right. So, well, I didn't expect such a sexually charged opening to the podcast, but here we are. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, this is Margret, Spokane, Washington. Oh God, that's filthy, Margret. No, I'm not reading that one. How many did you send, Margret? Oh, you're just a Halloween-ophile, aren't you? Oh my God. This one's about a jackal. That's filthy. That's disgusting. I'm done reading these. All right, you know what, Margret? Forget it. You're not evil. You're just a little sad for me. Look. It's just a little self-respect goes a long way. Yes. Yeah, you don't have to be graphic. This isn't a trusting relationship yet. You're trying too hard. I know. Oh God, I said hard. She's probably gonna isolate that, the creep. Anyway, yes, just Margaret, maybe talk to somebody. Maybe go see somebody. I worry about you now. But I wish you the best, and I don't think it's gonna happen. And don't send pictures anymore. That's worrying for me. All right. Stephen H. Smith from Columbia, South Carolina. He writes, "What is your favorite food?" Well, I'm not legally allowed to talk about my favorite food anymore because it's owned by a toy corporation. Very fun. So I have to go with what I like here. I really like. I'm in the South, Tales from North Carolina, so I'm really enjoying the barbecue down here. It's not a saucy pulled pork. It's a dry rub. So they do the dry rub, and then you chop it. You chop it with the big blades. That's the traditional North Carolina way, and then you get some coleslaw, and then you get sauce if you like. You can sauce it up. I like to sauce it up a bit. I like the sweeter, tangier, not too spicy. They like the mustard down here. I'm not a big fan of the mustard. It's a bit vinegary for me. I prefer, and it gets in my teeth. It's like I keep all of my bone, all of my skeleton body at like a very nice white sheen. And I'll tell you what, that stuff stains. You spill a little bit on your chest, which would be my rib cage, and it's not coming out. I mean, like I gotta go to the dentist, and they gotta get the power sander in there, just right in between the cracks and the crevices. It's a whole thing that I'm not a big fan of, to be honest with you. But no, I like the North Carolina barbecue. I think Texas is better. That's the shout out to my buddy JD. You know, he hates that North Carolina barbecue, but he lives here, so whatever. And where does I go? Oh yes, what do I like? Chinese food is good, but it's not great down here. Not a lot of it. Not a lot of really good. There's a few places. There's a place in Mooresville that I like. There's the Asian markets. They're pretty good. You know, if you're just going in there. But a lot of fish smell, because they just lump the fish on the ice and they're like, have at it. Look it in the eye. That's how you tell it's fresh. Look it right in the eye. Yes. That's how we do it. But yes, where I'm from, I guess I can say the name of the dish. I don't think they've ever made that, so that's not really a conflict of interest. It's real good mouse rat stew. So mouse rats are rats that are also mice. Does that make sense? Of course it doesn't. But that's because you're not from a magical place. So they can squeeze into places the size of mice, but they cannot. But they're about the size of rats, which is quite hilarious. It sort of looks like a cartoon character, you know, like a fat one. They get stuck in a door, and then they just sort of slowly slink through. It's sort of like watching sausage being made, but it's covered in fur. So really like sausage being made at, like, you know, like a gas station, basically. Like if a gas station actually made fresh sausage. How would a gas station do that? That doesn't make any sense. Just ignore that. Look, it looks like a furry sausage. That's what it looks like. It looks like a furry sausage being made, and that's, but anyway, so mouse rats are delicious. And, I know, but you have to understand, there's not as much garbage, and there's not as much, cities. There's no real cities where I'm from. A lot of field. So it's a lot of berries, and a lot of fruit, and sometimes vegetables if they're hungry enough. And they get a little fat, and then you dress them, you tie off the end, you know, you tie off the glands, and you take that out, and you don't eat that. That's poisonous. That's very poisonous. Even to me, a skeleton man. I got a tummy ache once, and that was weird because I don't even have a tummy. And yes, you tie that off, and then you cook it at the fires of infernal damnation. That's what you cook it at for 45 minutes. Now, make sure that you get a good fire of infernal damnation, because a lot of times, you know, you get an oven that says, like, in fires of infernal damnation. It doesn't get that hot. It doesn't get that hot. No, it doesn't. It's more of like a it's more of like a Hades burn mark, or like a burn ward, you know, because it's like burn ward, Hades burn, Hades, you know, Hades burn mark, and then fires of infernal damnation. And that's the hottest. That's what you really need it at, because there's a lot of fat on the body. So you can cook it as hot as you want. It's sort of like chicken thighs. Cook as hot as you want, as long as you want. But yeah, for 45 minutes at fires of infernal damnation, and you just let that bad boy go. And what happens is, because of the magical properties of the googleberry, thanks to the googleberry, it kind of seals in all the moisture, so you get it's a very crispy skin, kind of like a duck. It's sort of like a duck, but there's feet on it and a snout. No, you don't take out the bones. Now you eat the bones, because the bones actually turn into a jelly. Yes, because the bones of the mouse rat, they can flatten them out, much like the American rat. Well, not American, but earth rat. Thank you. Much like the earth rat, they can flatten out, and they can get in there. And anyway, so yes, it's kind of like a nice jelly marrow, sort of like a pork bone. But that's what I like. That's my favorite. And then you do a side of googleberries on the side. Yeah, it's very nice. It's very nice. It's sort of like IKEA. Like, imagine like that, but it's whiskers and like a head on it. Yeah, it's sort of like the Swedish meatballs. So that's what I like. I'm a big fan of that. All right. And what else should we have? Good. Margret, I'm really worried about this one. This is just graphic. I don't think I can read that. That's filthy. That's wrong. This one doesn't even ask. This one's not even about consent. Why? Why is there no consent involved? This is just like, oh, this is okay. Look, can we ban Margret from the show? Can we yeah? I think we need to. Yes, I think we need to ban her. I think we need to, because I'm very uncomfortable right now. I'm looking behind me like she's right behind me, like smelling the back of my hair. All right. Well, let me write a. Let me take another one. Let's see. What product do you use in your hair? Well, that's an excellent question. You don't want to get stuff that's going to make your bones all creaky. So I like the herbal essences a lot. There was one that's got it's green bottle. It's got honey in it. I like that, but it's not on sale a lot. So I just kind of go with Suave. Suave is inexpensive. It's very good at getting rid of the dandruff. And you think that you're a magical creature, skeleton body. Oh, you wouldn't have dandruff. You don't even need hair care. No, hair care is very important. Very important to me. Yes. So that's what I use for my hair. Oh, and that was Brian in Sedgwick. Is that your name, or is that where you're from? I never heard of Sedgwick. Yeah, Sedgwick. He didn't even put a state on there, so I assume his name is just Brian Sedgwick. Wasn't he in a band? Sounds like a name. Anyway, yeah, so that's it. I think I got time for one more piece of viewer mail. All right. What do you wear in public so that people don't recognize you? Well, that's a very good question, as I have a skeleton body. It's very hard because I'm just all bony, I was thinking about telling people that I was a vegan YouTuber for a while, but that didn't work out. Very sad what happened to her. Durian tries to warn you that it's not good for you by the smell and the fact that it's durian, but that's all she ate. Yeah, that's not being a vegan. That's just you're just not okay. She was very sickly, but that's a bit of a downer. Let's okay. So what I wear is a so I kind of looked at. So remember, my body goes all the way down to my trapezius, and then it just stops, and then it's just skeleton from there. So I'm very fortunate that I can wear like a turtleneck. And I wear a turtleneck and gloves and kind of like Jinko jeans, if I can. If I wear skinny jeans, it's quite obvious. But Jinko jeans, no one can tell what's going on under there. No one can see your business, And then I kind of go for like a Steve Jobs if he was a goth look. Sometimes I put on a little eyeliner, who was that terrible band who wrote that terrible song? My Chemical Romance. Yeah, the Black Parade. Yeah, that whole thing. Yeah, I wear a little bit of eyeliner, a little guy liner, if you will, and I wear that. Yeah, I do that. That's quite a look. It's like a Jinko jeans, and then a black turtleneck sweater, guy liner, glasses, white gloves, combat boots. Really hard to tell that I'm not a human being at that point. Except for, of course, the entire outfit that I'm wearing. But it avoids a lot of women hitting on me because I am very handsome. I will say that. I definitely got the looks in the family. Not the body, but the looks. But, you have to do what you have to do. And I really like how I look. In that look, I think it puts people off enough that they're thinking Jinko jeans and a very smart, tasteful turtleneck sweater. Wow, I don't know what to do. So that's what I do. That's how I dress. So if you see a man with combat boots and large parachute style pants and a turtleneck sweater and white Mickey Mouse style gloves, that was probably me. Of course, now that I said it, everyone's going to steal my look. By the way, Jinko jeans, not easy to find. They said they brought them back. I can't find them anywhere. I went to the website. They're all sold out. All right? So I'm scouring all the Goodwills and Salvation Armies just to find a pair that's my size. And first of all, finding a pair of Jinko jeans that's your size is confusing enough to begin with, because they're huge. They're like samurai pants. So that's what I was doing, and that's how I take care of things. And well, I just want to say thank you for all the listener mail. And yes, Margret, get some help. Anyway, as always, it's evil to be good, but it's good to be evil. How do I turn this off here?